Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Sumit Singh Software Academy. Have you ever wondered why React has become the first choice for building modern web applications? Why do companies like Netflix, Instagram, Facebook, and Airbnb trust React to power their user experiences? And why are so many developers investing time to learn it? In this video, we are going to answer all of those questions, whether you are a beginner or already working with React. This video will help you understand React from a software architect's perspective. Let's begin. As a software architect and trainer, I have seen web development evolved from server-rendered applications to modern front-end frameworks like React. Understanding this journey helps developers make better architectural decisions. In this video, we will cover how web applications evolved, the challenge developer faced, why React was created, how React solves these problems, and how React fits into modern enterprise architecture. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe and press the bell icon to stay updated with upcoming videos on React, ASP.NET Core, software architecture, design patterns, microservices, and project delivery. Evolution of web applications. Before learning React, we must first understand the problem React was created to solve. Every successful technology exists because it solves a problem better than previous solutions. Let's travel through the evolution of web development. Static websites. In the early days of the internet, websites were simply HTML documents. They contained text, image, and hyperlinks. Users could read information, but there was very little interaction. Websites were information portals. Server-rendered applications. A business started using the web for real operations. Applications became more dynamic. Technologies such as ASP, JSP, PHP, and later ASP.NET generated HTML on the server and sent it to the browser. However, a new problem emerged. Challenge. Every user action, submitting a form, clicking a menu, or navigating to another page required a complete page reload. This worked well initially, but users expected a faster and a smoother experience. JavaScript changed everything. To improve user experience, developers started using JavaScript. Now we could validate forms instantly, create drop-down menus, and show pop-ups and perform client-side interactions. The user experience improved significantly. To improve user experience, developers started using JavaScript. Now we could validate forms instantly, create drop-down menus, show pop-up, and perform client-side interactions. The user experience improved significantly. Challenge. However, as application became larger, JavaScript code became difficult to manage. Developers were writing more code, maintaining larger code bases, and facing increasing complexity. The rise of web applications. Applications like Gmail, Facebook, and Google Maps completely changed user expectations. Users no longer wanted websites that behaved like documents. They wanted experiences that felt like desktop software. Developers began using Ajax to fetch data from servers without refreshing the entire page. The browser started receiving data instead of complete HTML pages. This made applications faster and more interactive. Improvement. Only data changed, not the whole page. Challenge. But there was still a challenge. As applications became larger, managing the user interface became increasingly difficult. The complexity problem. Modern applications contained hundreds of screens, forms, buttons, tables, dashboards, and user interactions. Managing all of this using plain JavaScript became difficult. Code was scattered across multiple files. Reusability was limited. Maintenance became expensive. Scalability became a major concern. The industry needed a better solution. The industry needed a framework that could simplify UI development, improve maintainability, and help teams build large scale applications more efficiently. This is where React enters the story. Facebook introduced React to solve these challenges. React introduced a component-based architecture instead of treating the applications as one large page. React allows developers to break the user interface into a small reusable components. For example, header components, navigation component, product component, dashboard component, footer component. These components can be developed independently and reused throughout the application. This significantly improves maintainability and productivity. Build once, reuse everywhere. Benefits. Build components once and reuse them across multiple pages and applications, improving productivity and maintainability. React introduced another powerful concept. When application data changes, React intelligently updates only the affected part of the user interface instead of reloading the entire page. React updates only the specific component that changed. This results in better performance, faster user experience, reduced rendering overhead, more responsive applications. Today, React powers applications used by millions of users worldwide. React helps organizations build applications that are fast, scalable, maintainable, reusable, developer friendly. This is one of the primary reasons React became one of the most widely adopted front end technologies in modern software development. React in enterprise architecture. In modern enterprise systems, React rarely works alone. It is typically of a larger architecture. Let's now look at React from an architect's perspective. In modern enterprise applications, React is responsible for the user interface, ASP.NET Core is responsible for business logic and APIs, databases store applications data, React communicates with backend services through REST API and GraphQL APIs. This separation of responsibilities allows teams to build scalable enterprise systems. Front-end and back-end teams can work independently while maintaining a clean architecture. This is one of the reasons React has become a preferred choice for modern enterprise application development. Consider an e-commerce application. React handles the user interface, ASP.NET Core exposes APIs, business services, process orders and payments, and the database stores current customer and product information. Each layer has a clear responsibility, making the application easier to scale and maintain. Why should .NET developers learn React? 10 years ago, many .NET developers built complete applications using ASP.NET Web Forms and ASP.NET MVC. Today, most enterprise applications use ASP.NET Core APIs on the back end and React or similar framework on the front end. If you are a .NET developer aiming to become a senior developer, technical lead, or software architect, learning React can significantly increase your opportunities and help you understand modern applications architecture. React was not created simply as another JavaScript library. It was created to solve real challenges faced by developers building large and complex web applications. Understanding why React exists is more important than learning React syntax. When you understand a problem a technology solves, learning that technology becomes much easier. Remember, great developers learn technologies, but great architects understand why those technologies exist. React becomes successful because it solved real world problems faced by developers building large applications. The next video, we will install React, set up our development environment, and build our very first React application. Please subscribe and press the bell icon to stay updated with upcoming videos on React, ASP.NET Core, software architecture, design patterns, microservices, and project delivery.